I've been wanting to get a new lock for a while now, so luckily I got this lock sent to me to make a video about. This is a paid post. The nice thing about this lock is you can just enter in a passcode, then the door will unlock for you. Once you enter the password, you just hit the unlock button, and then the door unlocks. And then it has an audible on there and tells you which user you are, so you can have multiple users set up with multiple passcodes on there. So yeah, this thing's pretty nice. And it also relocks too. Did you see that? The lock just came back out. After 10 seconds, it relocks. So yeah, let me go ahead and show you how I set this thing up. All right, here's everything that you get in the box here. You get the keypad with a lock on it, so you could use a key on there if you want. It does come with a couple of keys, and then it comes with the controls here. And you put some batteries in here, this area here. You'll need to put your batteries in there to control it. You can see once you get the batteries in there to test it, you just hit the button there. Unlocked. One of the nice things is it has an auto lock on here, so if your hands are full and you can't relock your door, it'll relock after a few seconds. Locked. Yeah, how cool is that? That happens to me all the time. If like I get some pizza or something delivered and my hands are full, I don't have a chance to relock the door, it'll just relock it for you. So that's really nice. All right, and then you get your strike plates here, you get some screws, everything's all labeled in the bag, so that's really nice. You also get a plate here so that you could drill the holes or cut your door if you need to. And then you get your instructions here on what to do. And then here's your handles here. It also comes with a handle set, so you get a nice handle set there as well. All right, let's go ahead and put this on the door and see how it all works. You can't really test this though until you have power into here. You need to plug it into this section right here in order to get the power and everything connected. I got my old deadbolt off here, so I can just go ahead and put the new one on here. One issue you may have that I have is I'll have to do some touch-up paint on here because a little bit of this will be shown, especially on this big handle right here. This will all be exposed there when I put the other hardware on. So that's something to think about. You might need to get some touch-up paint if you're going to go ahead and change your locks out. But I'll go ahead and get that one and put it on here. It's got an up on there where it says up, so that's how you install it. And it's got some blue plastic on here to protect it, so I'll go ahead and peel that off. It also comes with a couple of screws here. Looks like it doesn't quite fit, so I'll have to make a little bit of an adjustment there. Just get that lined up there, and then I can just kind of measure this here. Just cut that. You might need to get out the chisel there. I just used a chisel here to get this cleaned up, kind of hit it with a hammer there. Got most of it cleaned up there. We'll see how I did. All right, we'll get the strike plate back out and see how it looks. All right, it looks like it fits in there pretty good now. Gotta take off this little rubber piece there. Piece keeps moving on me. There we go. Don't make the same mistake I did. Don't tighten this up first. Go ahead and get everything else snugged in there first. All right, so now you can get this tightened in here just right. You want to do it just the right amount there so that you get everything straight. Now we got it there, and then we'll tighten it up when we connect everything else in there. But if you tighten it up too much, it'll make it crooked. So we got that nice and snug right there. Okay, there's a couple holes in here, so I'm going to line this up, and I got some wood screws here. I'm just going to screw this plate into the door there. Just kind of get that lined up there where you want it. Now we can get the plate out, the control panel. All right, I got the panel. Just remember to put your batteries in there so you have it all set up. And then it's got a connector in here. We're going to connect that there. Lock direction setting succeeded. All All right, we know it's connected there because it's all right, so we got some things we got to do here though. We got to, before we do all this, we need to connect this front panel in here. So there's a few more screws that we need there. So I'll go ahead and get those out. All right, my door's not too thick, so I was just able to screw these in here. These are A. You want to make sure you're level on the front there before you tighten it up. All right, that's nice and snug, but make sure it's not too tight. If you're too tight, your door won't open and unlock. You want to make sure it unlocks there. So it should be nice and even there. But if you make it too tight, it will stick up here. We don't want that to happen. I got to screw the plate into up here, so I had to take the batteries out here so that I could do that. And then I got the little C right here, and I'm going to screw this into here. All right, and then you just screw these in here to snug that up. So that's in, and then we got one more that goes down here. For that one, the directions say to use one of the B's. See if everything lines up right or if I have to adjust it. Okay, that's in. Now I just got to put the batteries in that back in. All right, we'll get all the batteries back in there. It's good to put the batteries in to test it out, but you'll need to have this area open right there to put those screws in.
Lock direction setting succeeded.
All right, so it locked.
Unlocked.
And now it unlocks. So the door opens, that's good. Now we'll test out the keypad out there. This is the part I really like here. When you unlock it,
Unlocked.
and then like I said, if you get your pizza or you bring in your groceries or something like that, then it will automatically relock.
Locked.
That's nice. I like the voice too, how it tells you if the door's locked or unlocked. That's pretty nice.
Unlocked.
All right, I'll go ahead and test it here.
Locked.
All right, we'll see how the key works here. Key works there to unlock it. So we got two working keys, and then we'll just have to program the code there. We'll try this here. It will lock there, but it won't unlock unless you enter in your code. So that's pretty nice. So not only can you use the keys like a regular lock, you can also lock and unlock it like a regular deadbolt there too. So that's pretty nice.
Unlocked. Locked.
Yeah, that's nice. Another thing I noticed is that the deadbolt wasn't going in all the way. You can see this is kind of shallow here. That new deadbolt's a little bit deeper, so I'll have to drill that out too. But yeah, it's nice that it goes in a little bit deeper, so it'll be a little more secure. So you see here, when you turn it all the way there, it goes all the way down to here and it comes out all the way here. But then when I close the door there,
Locked.
see, it doesn't quite go as far. It's still secure, but it has the ability to be even more secure by going even deeper. So that's a really nice deadbolt there too. Okay, I got the old hardware off of there, and you can see what I was saying. It looks like this door had been painted before, so it's a different color here. So I'll have to get some touch-up paint to clean that up, because this new handle here is only going to cover this area here. It's not going to cover all this or all that there. So that's just something to think about. You might need to get some touch-up paint if you replace your door lock like me. It's just got a little plastic protector on there. And then you want to have this part facing towards the door jamb, so when the door closes, it'll just push that closed. All right, we'll go ahead and put this in there. All right, I'm going to line everything up before I go and chisel it in here or anything, because that's what I ended up doing up there. So we'll see how it all fits, and then I'll chisel it up there. It also comes with a little bag of screws there, so you know what you need there. So if you see here, if you kind of peek down in here, you can see where the screws need to go, so that way you can just kind of get them started, and then that way you're not just sticking the screws in here and guessing. You can kind of see it needs to go right in there in that little slot. All right, I went ahead and got this all cleaned up with a chisel there. And so now that looks all nice. Since I had to take everything back off again, I thought it'd be a little bit easier if I just took the handle off. So you just stick a little pin. You just adjust the handle and stick the little pin in there. And then when you hit those springs there, then it releases it and you can pull the handle off. So this will be a little bit easier to put back on. So don't make the same mistake I did. Make sure you have that little pinhole facing inside. Otherwise your door handle is going to be on backwards because it won't go on this way. All right, we'll go ahead and fix that real quick. All right, now I got it back on the right way. Just make sure, if you take it off, make sure the pinhole there is facing that direction so that you don't get stuck here like I did. And then you can just put that back in. Now your door handle's secure on there. And if you need to take it back out, you just put that little pin in there and then that releases it. All right, I got the back cover off here. To program in the passcode, you hit this button here and then it'll prompt you to get started. And then you go over here on this side, you enter in your new passcode, and then you hit the unlock button, and then it'll tell you to enter in the passcode again. So we're going to go ahead and get it set up here. Go ahead and hit this button here.
Add administrator. Please enter a new password. Please enter the new password again.
So then once you hit the unlock button, then you can go ahead and hit the passcode again.
Added successfully.
There's a whole bunch of different instructions you can follow under quick setup there, but we're going to go ahead and try it. I'm going to go ahead and put the cat back on and I'll go outside and see if I can get in. It comes preset, and once we did the reset, those numbers don't work anymore. So when I enter those numbers in and I go to do the unlock, it doesn't work anymore. But when I enter in my new numbers and I enter unlock, now it works. And then it tells you what user you are. And like I said, you can add more users. So this is just user 1. But yeah, there you go. This is pretty nice. The only issue I have, and it's really nice that it relocks. The only issue I had with it is my old door here, the people who installed the hardware before, they had painted over it. So I'm going to have to get some touch-up paint there to fix that up. But yeah, this thing's pretty nice. There's another feature on here if you want to keep it unlocked. Then once you're done unlocking it,
Unlocked.
and you can enter in a code.
Normally open mode. Please pay attention to safety.
But then when you go ahead and relock it, if you relock it here,
Locked.
then it goes back to the timer.
Locked.
Then when you
Unlocked.
unlock it, it goes back to the 10-second timer.
Locked.
And then you're back on track.
Unlocked.
So yeah, this thing's pretty nice. It's really versatile. You can do a lot of different stuff with it. I also notice on here that if you unlock it manually, it won't relock either. So that way, then you don't have to, if you want to keep it open longer, you don't have to worry about that. So that way it won't relock. But if you do it with the button on there,
Locked.
and then you go out to do something, it'll relock on you. But if you just unlock it manually, it won't reshut. So that's another way to bypass the manual lock there, to bypass the auto lock.
Locked.
But if you just unlocked it like that and closed it, it's never going to relock on you. So that's a nice thing to know. But then if you want to lock it, there you go.
Locked.